WolfGxngDon, never lagging. 2K bills to the fraction, breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, boy. Brick by brick, we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub. This WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges. 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah. Running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah. The greatest builds inside 2K.
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Don back here with another build video, man, and today I got y'all with one of the most balanced point guard builds that I have made so far this year. I actually made a 6'8 point guard, and I've been absolutely loving it, man. So go ahead and do me a favor, like up the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I am dropping bangers all of 2K23. So alright, body setting, 6'8, 180 pounds, 6'11 wingspan. With the body type, we're going with solid, but that is completely up to you as usual, man. Now, all right, time to get into these stats. The one thing about this build is that it is very balanced, like most of my other builds are. We're gonna start out with a 60 for the close shot, which is pretty decent. I mean, in all honesty, not a lot of point guards have interior defense. You'll probably be able to make those anyway, man. We're gonna go with a 79 for the driving layup, and that does lock in Slithery on silver and Fearless Finisher on silver as well, man. We're gonna be using both of those badges, but we're gonna talk more about the badges in a second, man. So for the driving dunk, we're gonna take it up to an 80. We just want those quick drops, but you also get the Clyde Drexler dunk package, which is pretty decent, man. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I get a lot of bodies on this build already, even though it only has an 80 for the driving dunk. And when it comes to the shooting, just make sure you get that 92 for the 3-ball, man. That is completely necessary. And then up that mid-range, up to a 79, so you can get 24 shooting badges. You will need every single one of those badges for shooting. Now, last but not least, take that free throw up to a 75, man, and make sure you can knock them things down. Do not leave any points at the line. Now, time for the playmaking. We're gonna take the pass accuracy up to an 80. The ball handle, we're gonna take that up to an 87, man. We need to make sure that we do get gold clamp breaker, and then the speed with ball, we're just gonna go ahead and max that thing out, so it also goes up to an 80. Now, I know a lot of y'all are probably worried about an 80 pass accuracy. I mean, the only thing that sucks is when you're not running with 5, you might not be the point guard. That is one drawback of this build, but if you are running with 5, it is decent enough. You'll be able to throw some dots, put on LeBron's passing style, and it works more than effectively, man. So all right, now we got the defense. We're gonna take the interior defense up to a 55. The perimeter defense up to a 92. I do want to be able to get gold clamps, like that's one of the badges that I am targeting. And then we got the steal up to a 78. And for the block, we can go up to a 75. For those of y'all that want to be able to put on anchor in tier 3, that's what that's for. And then last but not least, we're gonna take the rebound up to a 50, man. And you probably notice, like you probably thinking, you know, how am I gonna be able to get clamps on gold with only 15 defensive badges? Easy, man. I got extra badges. I'm gonna put 2 into defense and then put all of the rest, all my other 4 into finishing, and that's gonna enable me to be able to participate in that gold clamps and then Slithery on silver as well, man. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and talk about those badges in a second. Last but not least, we're talking about these physicals. So the speed, we're gonna take it up to 85, acceleration 82, strength 50, vertical 70, and then for the stamina, I'm going up to a 90. I do have unlimited Gatorade, and I don't really have an issue. So all right, we got 12, 24, 21, and 15 defensive badges, man. Now let's talk about these takeovers real quick. So we do have shot creating, sharpshooting, playmaking, and of course we got lockdown. This is a two-way type of build. Personally, I will go with limitless range and extreme clamps. I love both of those. You could even go with perimeter badge drop if you want to be able to get, you know, a couple steals. You know what I'm saying? It does help to put on bronze glove, even though it's only bronze, it'll still do a little something for you. So now this build comes out as shades of Lonzo Ball, Drew Holiday, and Tyrese Halliburton, and the build name is a two-way three-point shot creator. It is exactly what this build is for. This build can dribble, it can do a little bit of everything, and the build is actually fast to be 6'8 with an 85 speed. Now, time to test this build so I can show you the badges that I will put on. Of course, you got to remember that we are missing a few badges because I have 6 extras, so I'm gonna just show you what I would do, you know, to start off with in case you don't have 6 extras, so you can still make this build work. Now, just a reminder, this is not what the final build is going to be. We will be adding some other things in order to make this build just a little bit better. But before you actually add those badges, this is how I'll run it. So we got Acrobat on bronze, Giant Slayer on gold, Aerial Wizard on silver, Fearless Finisher on silver. So when you actually add those extra badges, one thing you're going to do is take 2 out of Giant Slayer to give you those 6 points. We're going to core Slithery and then go ahead and put Limitless Takeoff on, and that will cover all of your finishing badges. But like I said, it is super important that you actually put the finishing badges into Finn. Now on to the shooting badges. One of the most important things that you have to make sure that you do is core Limitless Range. It does take a minute to actually do it, but even if you don't core it, like let's say you core on bronze or something like that, then you can run Deadeye or Blinders at a higher level. But this is how I would do it in order to maximize it. I actually believe in Deadeye a lot. It's one of the badges that I use, and it is getting core progress. It's just taking a long time. Then we got Blinders on bronze. Then we got Agent 3s on gold, Green Machine on gold, and Volume Shooter on gold as well. And when you get extra badges in future, seasons, you can go ahead and just keep making this build a little bit better. Now, so the thing about Limitless Range, it takes so long to core, dog. And I do have a method, and I can drop that build, not that build video, but I can drop that video for the method for coring Limitless Range. But bro, I'm telling you, it takes a very long time. And unfortunately, on the higher difficulties, it is much harder to hit Limitless Range shots consistently. Even at the lower difficulties, I mean, it's not like every time, but I do make a fair amount of them on like All-Star and Superstar, but on Hall of Fame, it's just tough to do. But you can also core other badges on your way. Like, you'll definitely be able to get Agent 3s cored if you're a point guard. You're gonna be shooting off the dribble a lot. Green Machine, easy core. Volume Shooter, easy core. Like, it's easy to get other badges cored on your way to getting Limitless Range core. But all right, man, let's move on to the playmaking. And for the playmaking badges, man, the badges you want to core on this one is Clamp Breaker. It is literally the easiest playmaking badge to core. That comes in tier 3, in my opinion. Then we got Unpluckable on gold, Quick First Step gold, Needle Threader on silver. I would highly suggest, if you change anything about these badges, man, do not change Needle Threader. That is a very important badge. To anybody who runs point guard, man, you'll know exactly what I mean. Then we got Hyperdrive on gold, pretty dope. It comes in tier 1, and then Dimer on silver. You do not have to run Dimer. You can run something else like Special Delivery if you throw oops. You can run like a post playmaker, I guess, if you wanted to. I mean, floor general, whatever you feel like is your best badge to run with those 2 extra badge points, because everything else is pretty much locked in. You're gonna need those badges. But for those last 2, you don't have to run Dimer. I wouldn't suggest Break Starter though. You really won't get enough rebounds for that. And ankle breakers don't really seem to work, man. So that's pretty much the only place that I thought those 2 badges really belong, man. And last but not least, we are going to move on to the defense. But remember, like I said, there are 2 badges that we are missing on defense in order to get those 2 tier 3 badges on gold. Now for the defensive badges, I put the most important badges on the screen, man. I don't suggest running, you don't need any of the other ones in tier 1. Other than Off-Ball Pest. I like to run that on gold, even though I'm the primary ball handler. I mean, you can even run either Off-Ball Pest or Menace, either one to help you. Just make sure you're running the ones that fit your play style. Like, if you're not really getting up on people when you're playing defense, then Menace won't help you. And Off-Ball Pest, that'll definitely help you out if you are the type to run a zone or something like that. Then we got Interceptor on silver, Glove on bronze, the highest we get it. And like I said earlier, we will need to add those 2 extra badges to defense in order to make that cord clamps gold. I personally like clamps. I know a lot of people don't really care for it, but for me, that badge is really important, especially on a point guard build like this that is made to play defense, kind of made to play both sides of the ball. And then after coring clamps, you'll be able to get a gold challenger, man. Now, for these badges, unfortunately, it's kind of tough to be able to core challenger. It takes a really long time, almost as long as it takes to core clamps, but at least clamps is something you can routinely do in My Career or Rec or something like that. Like, it really makes it easy to use the badge so you can get it cored. Now, make sure if you have some extra time that you check out some of the other videos on my page, man. I drop a crazy amount of videos every year, but that's it for your boy. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the